Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Coffee Tea Talk. Um, First of all, I want to remind everyone that our website is now up and running. It's www.theomegavector.org. We've had some issues. Unfortunately, our domain name got stolen out from underneath us, and not going to bore you with details, but we finally have it up and running. So it's theomegavector.org. And also, we are planning for a Omega One program to be launched in July 9th through the 11th. That's the weekend, July 9th through the 11th. I know those of you who've been before, you've been to the Franciscan. We're not going to do the Franciscan right now. We're just going to go to a lodge. We're going to do it out here in Mesa, um, the first one, and then we'll just see how it goes from there. So I'm very excited to be able to get back into the classroom, and I really hope for those of you who have been waiting for it, or you know people who are interested, please go ahead, go to the website. You can register right from there. Today's topic, I've been thinking about compassion, and is there logic to compassion? You know, the concept compassion is connected to our heart and to give, to be compassionate, to not react, to be patient, the Eight Noble Paths of the Buddhists. And actually, in every religion, it talks about being compassionate. And compassion is kind of hard to describe. It's like love, but it's hard to describe. You feel it. So we're compassionate when somebody is upset. We don't react to them. We understand they have their life and they're expressing it. And that would be a form of compassion. But the idea of logic, like, is there a line? Somebody had asked me, is there a line to compassion? Like, is there a line where we draw and we say, that's it, there's no more? And I wanted to share something about me personally. I don't really want to do that, but I feel like that's probably the best, easiest way to do this, to talk about how compassion affects one another. So I was of the opinion that compassion means you give because you can. And even if at own cost, sacrifice, even if it's at your own cost, you give because you can. And that just meant, not only just picking up the tab for people, but, spending time with loved ones, giving your time, volunteering, even if at the cost of your family. If there's been times when I was doing an Omega program and there was an event happening in my family, and I would choose Omega over my family to be of service. And, I felt really good about that. And then George fell ill. And when George fell ill, I volunteered to take care of him. I had the most flexible schedule, and that was my best friend, obviously. And I just felt like it was a small price to pay for everything I had learned from him. And I really have complete respect for caregivers. I didn't know what I was stepping into. 8 long years, I took care of this man. And as the years passed, the amount of care required was more and more. And I, again, came from the position, give as much as you can until you can't give anymore, and then give some more. That was my position. Until one day I realized I physically was breaking down. I didn't have it within me to continue to give to him because I was breaking down. So now instead of one person needing assistance, two people needed assistance because I wasn't taking care of myself. I didn't understand that. And I thought taking care of myself would have been selfish because I'm obviously taking care of myself. And people had said to me, hey, if you're taking care of him, you have to take care of yourself. You can't take care of another until you take care of yourself. And I was always like, no, 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 I'm going to give and give. And then, like I said, I physically couldn't do it anymore and I needed help. That was a really hard thing for me to swallow, that in order for me to take care of another individual, I had to take care of me. And it didn't mean that I was the number one priority. It just meant in addition to, I needed to take care of myself. So taking care of him as well as taking care of me became my form of compassion. I had to be compassionate to myself. And again, that was hard for me to put my head around because to me, I thought that was being selfish. But when I realized if I didn't take care of myself, I was becoming a burden to someone else, then I understood it. So my question that I posed with this is there logic to compassion? Yeah, there is. I always thought compassion was to the heart and it didn't have anything to do with the brain, but it does have to do logically. I was thinking about the parable that George used to use this in the classroom a lot. Teach a man, or give a man a fish, he eats for the day. Teach him how to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. So that's logic. I was coming from the position, oh, you need something here, take it right now, instead of teaching someone how to get it for themselves and or, assisting them on how to get it for themselves. Throughout my life, I've been very blessed by having people who've reached out and assisted me, and I've done my best to repay that and pay it forward and take care of others. And it didn't occur to me that by doing that, I'm actually teaching others how to take care of others as well, but make sure that they know how to take care of others, not at the cost of their own livelihood. So that's what the thoughts I had for today was the concept of how do we take care of ourselves without feeling selfish? I think it's a good question. And looks like there's something going on with my phone. So I think I'm going to have to end soon. So the question is there logic to compassion? I say yes, there is. We have to make sure that our logic doesn't overcome our compassion and our compassion doesn't overcome our logic. There should be a balance to know what compassion is. Thank you for joining me this morning. I do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all of you for the service that you did for our country, those who have passed, as well as who are continuing to serve. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.